feel like we performed. Excuse me. I feel like we performed good as a D line. First two games. It was a little off. To some people's standards, but we just had to play the cards we was dealt. So a lot of things, wasn't meant for us. But I feel like this past game really, set the tone for what we can do for the rest of the Big 12 season.
How good did it feel to kind of set the tone early in that game and pretty much dominate the rest of the way, just on the defensive front, defensive line, all that, everything like that?
It felt great actually. Coach takes a lot of pride in getting stops, getting in the rhythm. And, he kind of says that the D line kind of they kind of go as we go. So if we set the tone early and let people know what type of game it's going to be, we're going to pretty much get wherever we want. So I feel like if we just keep continuing doing that, then we'll have a pretty good season.
Did you all feel like you were in a good rhythm, especially in the defensive tackle position? Did you all feel like you were in a good rhythm?
Yeah, for sure. We feel like after the first couple series, we got a couple turnovers. Really feel like we knew we knew what kind of game it was going to be. So as long as we just did what we were supposed to do, be where we were supposed to be. I feel like everybody could have and make plays, in which we did. So I feel like we just keep doing that. Sky's the limit.
How much do you embrace the challenge of the Cincinnati rushing game?
It's a good challenge. We pride ourselves on stopping the run. That's what first thing comes first when we go to meetings, watch film, whatever. It's how to stop the run. Then everything else can take care of itself. So it's a good challenge, and I'm excited. What were they like, number 7, top 10, something like that? Yeah. So I'm thirsty. I promise you, I'm thirsty. I can't wait to get out there. Show them who Oklahoma is.
What kind of extra challenge does it add when the quarterback is super mobile too to help that rushing attack out?
It just teaches us to be more disciplined. They got an extra runner, so now they got an old lineman, and then they got a running back who could be a lead blocker for those. It's not the first time we played a dual threat quarterback, so we can go back on our old habits and our old principles. But it's definitely a good challenge to that he has an opportunity to scramble. So we just gotta have great rush integrity, close the pocket out, and then when he does scramble, make sure get him on the ground and match in the back end.
Isaiah, being named a captain, what does that mean to you after you've been through here, and how long have you been here?
It's an honor. Hopefully this time we get a win. Last time I was a captain, it was barely a game, and we all know how that went. So, but it's an honor. It's an honor to be respected by my coaches, by my teammates. They all. I look at myself as more of a emotional leader. A kind of a guy that gets everybody up. People kind of look to me when things don't go right, or sometimes we just need a quick uplifting. So I pride myself in being that energy boost for everybody, and I just take complete honor. I know for my family this means a lot to them, so I'm just going to wear it on my chest, wear it proud, and do the best I can to represent the University of Oklahoma.
How big of a motivating factor is it you guys squaring off against Cincinnati and this D line of theirs with these nose tackles that get a lot of attention? Does that motivate you guys at all?
Yeah, of course. I take a lot of pride in myself and my group. People say they're the best, but people go by numbers and all that kind of other stuff. But if you actually watch football, they can understand that when we do our job, that it's not a lot of people in America better than us. So I take full pride in that. So it's gonna be a battle. No disrespect to them, but I'm always say I'm the best no matter who's across, whether it's whatever school you want to say. So I have no problem with my guys. I'll go to battle with them any day of the week and twice on Sunday and Saturday. So you just have to see when I go out there. But I definitely like my group of guys over there in the heartbeat.
You've been surprised at how well Jonah's done since moving inside?
Nah, because Jonah was in his defense last year, so he kind of already knew what was going on. Us ends and D tackles, we kind of go hand in hand. Sometimes we meet together sometimes, so they kind of already had a clue what we were doing. And he's been in the spring, and plus he had like people like me, KG, JK, guys that were already here in the system. So we were able to, bring him up to, how we do things and what we did and how to get him acclimated to the D-line lifestyle, quick as possible. Then we got a great strength staff, help him get his way back up to a proper D-line weight. So I'm not surprised at all that he succeeded, and then I hope we keep going as far as we can to, end the season, whenever that is.
There's a lot of talk about, what makes this team different from last year's, but just day to day, what are you enjoying most about this group, about this season so far?
Man, I'm just taking it all in. We're a lot closer than last year. Not to say that we weren't, but we more of a family. We do everything together, have more bonding time, have more just, togetherness. And I feel like as a kid, I took that for granted. I really didn't believe in that. But, just seeing it now, seeing how just doing little things with your guys helps y'all bring y'all together, having that camaraderie on and off the field, it just makes things a lot more comfortable. And, it just brings a more of a family atmosphere. It brings a lot of trust. If I know that I've been with that guy for, past 6-7 months, so I know he's going to have my back just as much as I have his back. So it's just being a more family, being more together, and then just having more knowledge in the defense. Year 2, there's some things we got to get better with, of course, but, it's just being more comfortable, knowing where to be, knowing what's going to happen, this and that, so just more comfortability.
In terms of those little things you said, moments together, what's different in terms of what you guys are doing this year, even just in terms of the program?
Just a lot of more team bonding. Just little things like eating together, like for dinner, like just small things like that. Having that bonding time, locker room time. During the game, after the game, just the small moments like people take for granted. We live this big life, but we take for granted though. Like we're actually human. Like I want to share these moments with y'all just as much as y'all do with me. So just not taking those moments for granted, and living every day, where your feet are. And I just feel like we really been doing it. So if we keep going, sky's the limit for us.
What's your thoughts on Cincinnati?
They're a good team. Obviously, they got a good quarterback, transfer from Florida, Arizona State, top 10 run game, good playmakers on the outside, fairly good O-line. So it's going to be a challenge. First Big 12 game this season. So just try to not to make the same mistakes we made last year. Try to keep that edge. We had, 3 good games, people saying this and that, but, this when the real tests come, this when the real dogs show up on the field. So you got to have your heart out. You got to, just time to nut up. So I feel like, just got to lock in even more and take it day by day. And then when Saturday come, roll around, show them who we are.